What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the channel. This is the next episode. We're gonna go ahead and be going over some parts. First and foremost, I'm excited about this right here. This EDELBROCK cross ram air intake. We're gonna be going over this as well as the heads. But we'll let you know on the heads. There's gonna be a little delay. I went on ahead and ordered some parts for it. So depending on how long those parts take to get here, will depend if this will be on the episode for this one or the next one. But I mean, nonetheless, we're gonna cover a lot of things, especially what I'm gonna do right now. As far as the heads, as you can see right here, I got the Beehive springs. These are by Tulis, but that cam I'm rolling with, it's gonna be a bit it's a big boy cam, so with that I'm gonna go ahead and get the double springs. Again, main reason for that is, well, they call me left foot king for a reason, so but no, I'm just playing. But just to be on the safe side, more than anything, you don't want to drop a valve. That's the last thing you want. So just a precautious stuff. And also talking about valves, I will be getting some new valves, as you can see. Even if you do get a rebuild, you might as well, get the stainless steel ones or whichever ones you prefer. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see how I do the color combo for this, because this is not gonna stay this color. More than anything, since this is black, the cover is black, I'm pretty sure the valley cover I'm painting black. So we're gonna do a little bit of color combo. So maybe the heads will be black too, and this right here will probably be gold and this black. Now the reason I have this out is because I want to go ahead and these came from my LT1s. These are LT1 covers, as you can see. But it says EDELBROCK or whatever. If I'm gonna paint this black and have this over it, I'm thinking about making my own special covers for this, just to have this on there. There's the back so you can see. I don't want to drill holes in these and have leaks in later on. So I'm thinking maybe having the covers and shaving these down and having a little lock on it or whatever will probably be my best bet. That's just me, how I visualize things, and that's the thing I'm thinking about. Another thing, also the valves on this episode, there will be, as you can see, I cut them off where the coil bracket sits at. I took that off, and I'm gonna fill these in. Of course, I'm gonna color these. The reason for that is because of this right here. So on the EDELBROCK, don't pay mind to this. This is upside down. But the EDELBROCK has his own mounting brackets on the side of the intake, which I find that pretty cool. So this will, there's no reason for me to have those, and there's no reason for me to have any other aftermarket covers. Simple fact is because majority of them come a little about an inch or two higher than the stock, and with this, it's already it's a tight spot already with these on top of this. So that's why I'm going that route. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could probably fit, but I mean, even when I put my oil cap, it's already hidden here. So just to let you know, this is the driver's side, I believe. Yeah, I might be wrong. Either way, though, we got parts like I said over here. We got let's see, we got the gaskets for the intake. We have the injector, the gas lines, where the injectors sit at. This is made from EDELBROCK, and this is the part number right here. Let me see, we got all the screws that go putting this together and everything as well. We have the two gaskets that go with the air intake, the throttle body. This right here is the LS3 throttle body. Now this right here, I wanted to go over right quick. As you can see, it has that big stuff right here, look like a thumb. This, what's on right now, these are truck intakes. I'm sorry, throttle body. I'm over here butchering names. But this right here is the throttle body, and this is the LS3 style. LS3 style has this right here. And the other one will go this way like this. But I mean, either way, you can go with either or. Me personally, I'm gonna go with the LS3. I have like 3 or 4 of these. So maybe I'll find somebody to trade or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, let's go over some more parts. Right here, I have gaskets. These right here go for your intake. Basically when it sits on top of the heads. And this is the part number for it. Let me see. There was a part number for that, ARP. This right here goes right here. And let me see, what else do we have over here? We have spark plugs. I'm going with these kinds, and this is the part number for that. I also have the valve, I'm sorry, the push rods. These are from Brian Tooley. These are the ones that I have to go with for my cam. And of course the ARP. You know, these are actually bolts. These are not studs. I went with the bolt because I'm not gonna push over, at least I don't think I'm gonna push over 7. So these bolts to me are my way to go. If you go with the studs, man, you're probably more than likely either have turbo or supercharger and all that, which is understandable. But I mean, from what from my understanding, if you're gonna be pushing over 7, studs is the way to go. Me personally, I just went with the bolts. This is aluminum engine. You know, I'm not expecting to go over it. You know. Here we have here's the part number for this. And these are what you call the guides. So we got that covered. All right, y'all. So here we have the EDELBROCK cross ram air intake, and as you see the 2 throttle bodies on there. We're gonna go over some parts very quick on this. The plan for this right here right now is gonna be to take it apart, and I'm gonna paint it. Go over some parts and what it's called. This right here in the middle is called the intake manifold, and this right here is called the plenum. And I'm gonna go, like I said, I'm gonna go over some parts with y'all. Right here we have the EDELBROCK fuel rails that come with this, and this pretty much goes at the bottom. It goes with the injectors and all that. Also, we have the gaskets. They go from the intake manifold to the plenum, and this is one, and the other one goes on the other side, of course. It also comes with the gaskets for the throttle bodies. You can see here's one, and here's the other one. Quick little description. These right here are truck intakes. I'm sorry, truck throttle bodies. As you can tell because of how it is on this side, with the sensor being on this side. When it comes down to the LS3s, they look something like this. As you can see, it has that big, thing on the side. I will be getting another one of these, or maybe 2 of them, and put them on because that's the route I'm gonna take. Also, this doesn't come with the kit, but you have to buy this separately. This is the part number, and this is what goes from the intake manifold to the heads. You use those gaskets, and as well as we have the the paperwork that comes with it, how to install it, and what all comes to installed. What's pretty neat about this EDELBROCK intake is the coils and where they're located. As you can see, I have this little one just the stage, just to give you an idea how it goes. All 4 go on this side and the other 4 go on the other side. So I don't know if you remember when I told you that I was gonna shave my valve covers. Since I have no use for the housing for the coils, I'm gonna shave them to give them that slicker look, and have my coils on this side. Here's the other stuff as well, the hardware that goes with it. These right here go on the side, basically at the bottom. As you can see right there, I don't know if you can see, but it's what mounts this right here. And then, a bunch of other parts that go together with this, but all together, it's pretty neat. A lot of people ask why I got this intake, and I mean, why not? It's different. I feel like it fits my style. More than anything, everybody's at a swapping, so I figured, everybody's going with certain intake manifolds. Why not go this route, and be a little bit different? And like I said, to me, it fits my style. I love it, the way it looks. Of course, I'm gonna add my little adjustments to it. I'm gonna, more than anything, paint this black, get this 24 karat gold, and get this gold plated, or not gold plated, but just paint it gold. So that way it can match the block and everything. But other than that, man, let me go ahead and get to work on this. Let me show you how it looks disassembled. As y'all can see, it's already separated. It's basically a 3-piece intake. Right here, what we're looking at right here on the silver one, this is the intake manifold. And these are basically where the air goes in through and everything. It gets connected on here. Pretty cool part if you ask me. Here are the screws and all the hardware. This right here, basically that goes mounted at the bottom for the coils. As you can see, it's a little bit more steeper down there. And then you have the shorter ones on that side, which will go on top of that. Everything else goes on there too. Now I have a lot of people ask me too, hey, you know, where the injectors go and all that. So if you go on ahead and look at the bottom of the intake manifold, you will go ahead and see that at the bottom, almost looks like a horseshoe crab at the bottom, if you ask me. But anyways, see these little holes, you know, on each of the ports. That's where you put the injectors on there. And then you come over here with the rails, which are right here, and you mount it up at the bottom, and you go ahead and install them and be done with them. Also, like I said, you see that little gap in there, little perfect, you know, size fitting for these little gashes right here. That goes there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple part. Cool little, you know, pricey part, but hey, it's worth it. To me, it's well worth it. You know, it'll be different. You know, something a little different, I guess, is my taste, what I like. You know, some rare things. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this right now. More than likely, this is gonna be gold. I'm gonna go with black, and also I'm gonna try to fabricate a little plate that will house basically my Impala SS emblems right here, as you can see. I'll probably make a custom plate. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As of right now, my heads, they're getting done. The valves and all that. So as soon as tomorrow, today's Friday, tomorrow morning, which is gonna be Saturday, I'm gonna go pick them up, and hopefully this is already cured for tomorrow. And go ahead and start installing everything on this engine, and I'll go ahead and bring out the mountings, the engine mounts and all that, and go over the BRP stuff. So that'll be pretty neat. And while I'm at it, I will paint these two, the valley cover. So that's gonna be black. This is gonna be gold. It's gonna complement itself pretty nice. So stay tuned. Let me go ahead and knock this out right quick. So here we have the intake manifold already masked out and everything. Show you how I went about, you know, masking all this. As you can see, you know, covered up the ports as well as where the ejector fits. Did a little test paint right here, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a full session right now and see how it comes out. Also, thought about doing some research on this. What I'm gonna do is probably mill this down and some way, somehow put this on top of that. So we're gonna get that rolling right here, right now. Would you look at that? First session. Not too bad. I'm actually liking that. Oh yeah, look at that. Still gotta come underneath it, but for right now, I'm gonna do the top right now, and then I'll show the finished product here after I'm all the way done with it, as well as throwing the clear coat over it too. So let me go ahead and get this rolling. Not bad. So I removed the tape, and man, ain't gonna lie, I'm loving this. Check that out, it's a beauty, huh? I'm gonna leave this on top right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go take these to get milled down. These gonna get painted black, remove that right there, the EDELBROCK, and we're gonna add this right here to that. So that's the next thing on. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get these heads painted. As you can see, it's already masked up. You know, give you a quick little glimpse of it right quick. Also, already finished painting this, so they came out pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so there you have it. I got the heads done, painted and everything, custom. You know, like I said, got the dual springs on there. We went on ahead and painted it. I actually like the little combo it came out with. I'm not gonna lie, the silver and the black you know, it's a good combo if you ask me. Now, here we go with the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and get these lifters. As you can see, they've been here pre-soaked for about 2 weeks. Whatever, you know. Been waiting on my heads and they finally got done. So now we're gonna go ahead and install the lifters, the valve guides and everything else on there, the heads as well. And yeah, we'll probably get ready to go on ahead and put the engine ready inside the car, mount it up with the transmission, and we're gonna start cutting the floorboard too as well. I also painted this as well, so you can see the bolts and too. It's gonna go real nice on there too. And also, my boy Caesar came through with the wheel woods. These are the wheel woods. You can't see them, it's kind of faded, but gotta clean those up. And they're going on the car as well. Once comes off the air, we're gonna go ahead and put those on, and we're gonna go ahead and install a lot of other stuff. More than anything, we're gonna go ahead and start working on the custom valve covers next. Fill that up, paint it. As you can see, that got painted as well. And yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. All right, time to put these LS7 lifters in now. I'm gonna show you a quick little way to do it as well. This also, like I said, comes in handy, so I go ahead and get it. What you can do is you can go ahead and lube it up, throw some in there and throw some around the ring right there. It's always good to lube it up, man. Some lube is better than no lube. Anyways, got the retainers right here. As you can see, part number right there. Confirm it again. There it is again. So we're gonna go ahead and put the lifters. Now, quick little thing, when we put these lifters, also make sure that you see how it's a roller. So you always want to put it in like this. And also when you put it in there, I'm not gonna put it in there because I still gotta lube it up. But you see at the top and at the bottom, it's flat. You want to have those parallel with these two. With this on top right here and this at the bottom right here. So keep that in mind. You don't want to put it like this because it's not gonna work with the cam. You're just gonna mess things up. So always keep it like this. See it like that? And the roller, it rolls with the cam. So keep that in mind. And don't forget to lube it up. And then once you lube it up, you go ahead and put the retainers, and then the bolts. The bolts, I saved them from my my old build. I got them in here as well. Oh, I'm sorry. I have them in here. Anyways, and since I'm opening up this box, I went on ahead and went with these are the push rods I went with for my cam. These are the dowels. Always, keep these. You can't find them. You can buy them at AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts. I believe you guys special on them. If not, if you need them, you can always go to Chevy. These are the bolts that go with the retainers. So try to keep these from your last build or whatever. If you gotta buy them, you can go ahead and buy them. But these are always good, just to keep those parts or whatever. And of course, here are my ERP head bolts. So we're gonna install the heads too as well. But for right now, we're gonna take care of the lifters and then the retainers, and then we'll go ahead and get the gaskets and then the heads on there. So bear with me. Let me go ahead and do this right quick, and then I'll show you the outcome right now. All right, so I went on ahead and installed these lifters. Like I said, I don't know if you can tell, but they're parallel, the ones at top and bottom. Now, if they stick up a little bit, don't worry. That's just part of the cam. When the cam moves up and down, you go ahead and keep them in place. Push them as much as you can, and like I said, try to keep them parallel. Also, we're gonna put the retainer, like I said, right now, and the bolt. The measurements for it is gonna be 9 foot. I don't have anything that will measure 9 foot, so I'm just gonna do wrist tight for the bolts, for the retainer bolts. So, just keeping that in mind. But I'm just trying to show you an example of how it looks. As you can see, parallel with it. All right, so to get an idea of what I'm talking about, so in between these two lifters you see right here, you see in the back, you see that lifter right there, and it's on the cam. That's what I mean, that you want to have it straight forward down like that, so it rolls with the cam. So keep that in mind, when you put them on. And like I said, I got this one. I'm about to put this side on already. This other side's already done. But, just trying to give you a heads up and a visual of what I'm trying to talk about, All right, so now that I got both of them, I got actually a better view now. And this is what I'm talking about. See what I mean? You gotta have that rolling on the cam. So that's what you're trying to get to. But yeah, y'all get the idea. And that's it. That's already done. Now, it's time for us to go on ahead and put the heads in there. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over some parts before I install these heads. First things first, as you can see right here, we got these are called the LS head dowels. And for these, you can see it's right here. This is the part number for GM. And then we have the head gaskets. That's the number for the head gaskets. As you can see, it's right here. So when installing these, you can't go wrong installing these. It has where it says front, which would be front of the engine right here. And you set that in there. Also, make sure your the surface is clean before putting these on as well. And also I have the ARP bolts. I went with bolts just in case I have to remove my heads in the near future instead of pulling the whole engine out. That's why I didn't get the studs. On top of that, studs, I believe it's good for like if you're pushing 7 and over. I don't think I'm gonna push 7. And that's why, you know, I went with the bolts instead of the studs. But anyways, when you go ARP, it gives you directions on how to bolt them down and everything, as you can see. I'm gonna hold it here for a little bit in case y'all need to take a screenshot. And yeah, you know, the washers, the little ones, and the lubrication that comes with it, you know, directions and everything's right there. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this going. Before I even, you know, bolt this down, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the features, like what combination you go to bolting them down and to what spec level. But other than that, let me go ahead and get this rolling, and I'll go ahead and get you the info right now. All right, so as y'all can see, I already installed this head already. Wasn't too bad, pretty easy. Actually came out pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really digging this scheme it has, you know. Anyways, so back to the ARP bolts. For the first one I didn't record it, but for this one I'm gonna go ahead and note this down. So when you get the ARP, you get this fastener assembly lubrication, and what you do is you go ahead and lube, as you can see right there, the threads and the basically underneath the head right there. So whenever you do all that, you go on ahead and install it. You see how it has that groove in there? So that will go straight like this, boom, down. Because you want, when you go on ahead and torque it down, you want that little, you know, thing to go in there sliding, you know, basically it slides down there. Also, make sure this is bone dry. So whenever you go to install it, there's no lubrication or anything on it, no oil, no none. Just, you know, this has to be sitting on the head dry, as well as underneath the head right there. It has to be dry and clean too. Kind of a little dirty, but it's just a smudge, but it'll be all right. And yeah, so you do that. Let me go ahead and put these on there, and then I'm gonna show you what I did and what pattern, of course, from the ARP sheet, how it goes down. But let me go ahead and finish greasing this up, and I'll grease these little ones too. It should be, if you're running a Gen 4, it should be 10 of these at the same size on each side. So 20 of these, and then 10 of those, 5 in each side, 5 washers as well. Same thing, you know, the thread and all that going on to that. It's the same thing. So yeah, we'll go ahead and let me go ahead and put these bolts on there, and I'll show you the torque series I went with. All right, so I got all the bolts in there. So it says for you to go ahead and hand tie all these, and then you go on ahead and do 25 pounds, starting with 1, 2, and you go, looking at this, we go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. You do that for 25 pounds, and then you do that 50 pounds, and last is gonna be 80 pounds. And once you do the 80 pounds, the same order as it says right here, you go on ahead and do these at 25. These last 5 are last. I'm talking about dead last. So first, you're gonna go ahead and do 3 phases on these 10 first before you get to the last 5. So, you know, 25 pounds first, 50 pounds, and then 80 pounds, as you can see right there. And then the last one, number 4, stage 4, you do the last 5 at 25 pounds. So let me go ahead and get this ready, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it looks once it's complete. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the heads are done. Always remember, if you're not ready to go on ahead and you're not gonna put your intake yet, always have these covered, as well as your valve covers. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and install the. We're gonna go ahead and install the. Ah, it slipped my mind. It'll get back to me, but you know what I'm talking about. We're gonna go ahead and install this next. It's a little bit dusty, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it rolling. Before you install this, make sure that you have the gasket right. The valley cover. There you go. See, it came up to me. You see right there? That sits with this right here on top. You go ahead and get that, and always remember, make sure it has the gaskets on here too at the bottom. My gaskets are right here. I'm about to put them on right now. Also, here are the valve covers. I kind of sand them down. First session, I'm gonna give another session, and then primer, and get them black, and go ahead and put that as well. But right now, I just wanted to show y'all how it looks with both heads on. Looks pretty nice. I like it. I dig it. I like the color combo. So let me go ahead and get this rolling. I believe these are 18 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta clean this off, man, because it's dusty. And yeah, let me go ahead and put this on there, and I'll go ahead and tell you the pattern that I went with, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get these rolling as well too. All right, so I already put the valley cover on. So these right here, it should be if you're running a Gen 4, you're not gonna have the knock sensor or anything like that. I believe all of them have the oil pressure here. I might be wrong. I think only Gen 4 has them. Might be wrong though. Anyways, you should have over here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 bolts. They're size 13, and the torque is gonna be, I believe, 18 pounds. So what I did was I went on ahead and installed it. Also, make sure you, like I said, put the gasket on. And what you do is you put them all at once, hand tight. And I start off basically from right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or you go whichever way you want to go. You can go that one first, and then this one in the corner, then that one, and right there. Whichever way you want to go. You know, like I said, it's going to be, in the end of the day, it's going to be 18 pounds torque. So that's that right there. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and get these valve covers ready to go next. And moment of truth, see how this looks with that. I can give you, a quick little taste right now. We'll see right quick. Give me a minute. Let me put it up for you right now. All right, so here's a little test view. That sucker is nice. I'm mind blown right now, honestly. That is sick. Oh yeah. Woo, I'm loving this. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get these valve covers ready. I just wanted to tease you real quick how it looked. This is gonna be the last piece that goes, I believe. I'm gonna go ahead and put the engine test fit it right now with the transmission merged to it. And next, go in there and start probably cutting the floorboard off over here. We'll see how it all goes, Pretty dark in here, but hey, I'm about to start working in the car now. So I wanted to go ahead and show you how it looks with these wood blocks that I mentioned to y'all before. As you can see, you have a lot of space down there. You can go down there and put the transmission and, bolt it up with no problem, and you not having the issue of not fitting down there. So here we have, like I said, painted this about I want to say about a year ago already. My friend's wife came out here and she did it. Frame's been painted too as well, all the way down there. Right now I got this tire right here. So whenever I put the engine transmission, the transmission has somewhere to sit while I fit the engine on here and the mounts. And then try to see if we get the measurements on there. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put that right there, that's on the floor, firewall protection, and put that on there. I know it's a little bit busted, but I'm gonna go ahead and fix it as well. It ain't nothing to it. But yeah, here's the engine transmission as well. So right before the install, I'm gonna go over these parts like I always do. Um, these right here, you see how it's like an H? These go on your block. Each one of these sides. It says passenger side. This right here that looks like an L, damn near. This goes on your frame, as well as this one, and the ones that are the four corners, those go on your block. Here's a cross member. Like I said, we're gonna look a little closer to these parts, like we always do. And these are the little plates that go basically underneath this or on top of this before you shoot down your transmission, that we can level it right. Like I said, we already did a build on Caesar's build, and we found out that the 6080, it's too tall. So you're gonna have to go on ahead and probably cut to where maybe, let's say where my finger's at, from right here, like that, or maybe right here. Actually, I might be wrong, but I'm gonna go over it with y'all. Basically, you're gonna open up like a gator mouth. So basically, let's say this is where you cut it, right? It's gonna go up like that. Whatever goes up, you're just gonna have to put that little plate right there and weld that back up. So regardless, like I said, we're gonna go over it. I'm just trying to give you an idea of how it's gonna go down. But foremost, I like to just say, go over the parts that come with this BRP mount kit. Pretty nice if you ask me. Like I said, I got the transmission already right here. We're about to merge it. I'm picking it up by the headers. That's why you got these old headers on here. Also to protect the paint on the valve covers and on the valley, I went on ahead and put those towels on there. So let me go ahead and get this situated. I'm having to go down there right now. I will show y'all as well how these brackets go for the cross member. But just wanted to, give you an idea right now. I already got the creeper ready, so let's go down there right now. So real quick, I wanted to go over the mounts with y'all. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and go through the process. So underneath here, it'll say top, and you put that on top, and then you're gonna use the black Allen bolts, and you put this on there. I'm gonna torque these to 18 pounds. It doesn't say. I mean, I'm gonna look into it, but if I do find something else, I'll let you know. And then you go ahead and put these on here, the long nut, the long screw with the nut. You don't tighten this up yet. As you can see, this is once you tighten it up, it's gonna be on lock. So, keep that in mind. And also, you want the ones with the two holes on top and one at the bottom. So whenever that happens, you put it on there. You just lay it on there and you shoot the screws down onto your frame, and give it that stance right there. But like I said, I just want to share this with y'all. It's the same size. I mean, the same thing for the passenger side. That's the driver's side. This is the passenger side. Like I said, you want the two holes on top. As you can see, it says right there, passenger. Also keep in mind your bushings. If they ever go out in the near future, BRP will replace them for free, if I'm not mistaken. So keep that in mind. All right, so I'm going to show y'all the BRP, the cross member mounts. As you can see, that one on the driver's side is going to be a two-piece. As you can see right there, two bolts on there. See the holes right there? That goes with that brace right here. So my car sits so low, as you can see, man, it's been scraping and scraping. So I had to sit there right quick, and you can see where I kind of pulled it down a little bit more. Not too much, nothing major. Just just to be on the safe side before I installed that. And also, here's the other one. This one doesn't have that other side bracket. This is just the two bolts, and you're ready to go. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this right here, honestly. I'm not gonna tighten them up just yet because I gotta test fit everything. So like I said, I'm gonna merge that together right now and then see how that goes. I might have to take this off, but we'll see. That's what goes in between the transmission and the drive shaft. So like I said, just wanted to show y'all right quick, keep y'all updated on what I'm doing. I use, let me see, 6 nuts on this one with the washers, and of course the machine, not the machine screw, but just the screw itself. And this one's only 2. So in case y'all like to keep up with y'all's hardware, that's what I did. Next things too that I'm gonna have to do is go and take out these gas lines and put the new ones on there. So that's the next thing. That's right, the heart's in there. Don't mind these headers. These are just dummies for holding up the engine and transmission, but she's in there. Don't worry about those valve covers either. There was just rough drafts. They're gonna get repainted too. Man, look at how that sits in there. It's a beauty. As you can see, it's in there. It's in there with the transmission. Came out pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. I do want to tell y'all though that the headers for the truck will not work. As you can see, these are all cut up. I know they use this plate that you get from the valley cover, but I just didn't want to use it. I was iffy about it because it's 6080, weighs a lot. So I just went ahead and changed it up to the headers. But right now what you see are F-body headers. These are just for getting clearance and getting an idea for my next headers that I'm about to get. I have the ABS here, so that's why I have them there to get an idea of my clearance. I know a lot of people say it's useless or whatever, but when I got my harness done, I got it done with it. So I'm just gonna roll with it. You know, it's still good. You know, I already tested it out and all that. Anyways, so as you can see, the valve covers, rough draft. They're not even done yet, but I just have them in there because I don't want no trash or nothing going inside my heads. So that's pretty much for this episode. Everything went smooth. Unfortunately, I ended up, going against my firewall, so I'm gonna have to repaint that. But nothing major. For the next episode though, we'll talk about the install of the fuel lines, the dry shaft, the cutting of the transmission, the floor pan for the transmission to go up. We'll talk about the wire harness and as well as a serpentine kit that I'm gonna go with. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow I have a special project coming in, do a little bit of work on it. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all on this episode what it is. And also I was gonna do a feature on my boy, the Golden X Garage, best friend, my boy Rocky. But what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna make a whole episode just on him. A little something different, but more than anything, I wanted to give a shout out and show some love to the kennel that I got him from. So, hopefully I enjoy that too as well. And that's pretty much it for this episode. So hopefully I enjoyed it. Y'all learned a little thing here and there, and we'll get ready for the next one. I'm going to introduce you to this C10 I'm gonna be working on. It's a 1968 long bed. It has a 454 big block on it. Old school, but you can get down. Let's see, clean bay. A little dusty, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some work on it. Got the weld wheels on it, Mickey Thompson tires. Go ahead and let y'all see the interior right now too. Old school truck, Pretty nice though. The gauges, all good. So, pretty nice truck, like I said. Big wheels back there. That's the bed cover. Not bed cover, but, pretty nice. Not bad for a 68, if you ask me, I like this little billet wheel, steering wheel. But yeah, this right here just needs a starter. Put a little work on it and then, get her on the market, get ready to go. Just wanted to share it with y'all right quick, what came over to the Golden X Garage today.